self delivery. Oh.
We just dey vote for government, but we no get good governance.
At all.
Roads o, e no dey. Light o, usai. The infrastructure nko, e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption, fuel everything.
It's a beautiful new week, even though the media is filled with a lot of stories talking about the protests. It's just a few days to go. Good morning, this is Atlantic Television Network. Welcome if you're just joining us. It's Atlantic Blowout, and Atlantic Blowout is a syndicated live program of the network featuring chit-chatting and conversations and special interest topics on news, events, and stories through correspondence reports, experts' opinion, and stakeholders' analysis. We'll take a quick peep into some of the stories we're looking at today, and after that, we'll introduce our guests. So we'll take this story from Lagos State. This one's talking about fuel scarcity. Motorists and commuters groan over fuel scarcity. There have been a hike in the price of fuel, and this has caused long queues in various fuel stations in Lagos. And I know this is probably not peculiar to Lagos. We're also experiencing the hike in Port Harcourt. We'll talk more about that with our guest. We'll look at a story from Benue State where it says politicians sponsoring banditry. This is an allegation coming from the Association of Senior Civil Servants, dismiss fraud allegation. Short break, and when we return, we'll introduce our guests who we have in the studio with us, and then our guests who will be joining us via Zoom. Please stay right here with us on ATN.
Driver, why you just dey jack us up and down like this now?
I hope nobody carry belle. Oh.
Why you ask go?
Because this road wey dey see. So e no guarantee safe delivery. Oh.
We just dey vote for government, but we no get good governance.
At all.
Roads o, e no dey. Light o, usai. The infrastructure nko, e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption,
Thank you so much for staying right here with us on Atlantic Television Network. It's time for us to delve straight to the stories, but that would come after introducing our guests. We have one of our guests in the studio with us, and then we have another of our guests via Zoom. With us in the studio is one of our regulars on ATN Blowout. I'm talking about no other than Ambassador Ekie, C. Ekie, the man whose name has a rhyme. Good morning, Ambassador.
My pleasure being here this morning.
Ambassador Ekie is a public affairs analyst. He's a man who loves to talk for development, and these are the kind of people I usually have on this show. People who tell us the truth and, you know, speak the mind of the people. Thank you once again for joining us.
My pleasure.
And joining us via Zoom this morning is Charles Ideho. He is a broadcast journalist, he's a public affairs analyst, a social commentator, amongst many other things. Good morning, Charles. Good to have you on ATN Blowout.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Enjoy quite a long time. I'm not seeing your tail. I'm seeing your screen. How are you?
All right, but we can see you, and we appreciate you joining us today on the show. So let's delve straight to the stories. Please listen as we read some of the highlights of the stories, just so you get it. Now, amid heavy gridlock, motorists and commuters in Lagos have lamented over fares increase. Consequently, fuel queues have resurfaced with most filling stations shut as motorists struggle with skyrocketing fuel prices. It has gone as high as 850 naira in some filling stations. Now, this is coming barely 6 days to the commencement of the planned nationwide protest over economic challenges. Now, anything that's happening in Nigeria now will always link it down to the protest. Now, imagine what will happen during the protest. But then reports have it that last Friday, fuel queues had started 50 per litre. Now, Mr. Charles is in Lagos and definitely would understand this better as regards what is happening in Lagos with the increase in the fuel price. So let's talk about Lagos first off, because we had reports that LASMA that were deployed seemed overwhelmed because of the fuel queues in some of these stations, and they were overwhelmed by the motorists and commuters. So let's get your thoughts on this, Charles. What is the situation like from your own analysis in Lagos?
Okay. Thank you for having me one more time. It's tough because on Saturday, for the first time in many months, I was compelled to buy fuel at the rate of 800 naira at a filling station. It wasn't good. It wasn't because before God that I had to first of all send somebody to help use the gallon to buy for me to have the one drive to the filling station before I was able to get. Yesterday too, I also had the cost to get into another filling station to at 7 naira. But yeah, there are queues here, but I think the report is a bit it's exaggerated that last month I having overwhelmed. No. Because most of the filling stations they don't even have time to talk about being cost as a cost. You had more selling, you could say, but
So Charles, I've actually heard your thoughts on that one, but let's get to find out more about Port Harcourt now. We have Ambassador Ekie with us in the studio. What is the fuel price hike like in Port Harcourt?
Well, I know on Saturday I bought for 900 naira at a filling station.
And it was previously what?